Hello everyone, my name is Ovi and I am your TA for MECE 390 lab. Today it is lab 0, the first lab. It is basically an introduction to the Matlab. So in this lab, I will cover some basic materials. First, I would like to discuss the common prom environments in Matlab. Then I will show you array and matrix operations. Then I will show how MATLAB statements, expressions work in the command window. Then I will execute some logical operations like for, while, if, else. And next, I'd like to show you how we do MATLAB programming in a separate file which is called Mfile. And last but not the least, I'll show you how we can execute the results in MATLAB, like plotting. So this will be our main topics for this lecture. So the first question comes, what is MATLAB? As you can see that MATLAB, the term derived from two words, matrix, laboratory. So the first three alphabet mat from matrix and the first three alphabet lab from laboratory. So that consists MATLAB. MATLAB is a very powerful tool in numerical computations. It has a lot of features and a lot of toolboxes, but for this course we will be covering only the basic features of MATLAB. Uh, I think all of you have MATLABs, but in case if you don't have, you can download it from this site. It is our university website, and I believe it is free for us. So just go to the link and follow the instructions to download and install. In case if you have any problem or questions, feel free to ask me. I'll try my best to help you. And this presentation actually is based on this reference. It's a MATLAB primer by Kermit Sigmund, which is a very popular guide for beginners. So you can download it. It's also free, and have a look for more information. This is the MATLAB command window. So when you execute the program, uh, at first you will see this display. I have here MATLAB 2018 B version. You might have the later versions or maybe previous one, but it doesn't matter actually, because more or less you will have the same outlook and same features. So here you see my cursor here. This two uh, arrows is the command line. Here we write something, hit enter, and execute that command. At the left side you see here the current folder. So the current folder is now MATLAB, so you can simply browse from here and make the folder current and do your operations. Next, you see here we have also a workplace where whatever the commands you are executing, here the values are stored in the workplace. So this is all the just the basic features here. Now we'll do some operations. For example, how we can do addition or subtraction. uh, let's say I'd like to define m equals to 3. I'm assigning a value 3 to this parameter m and hit enter. So you see in this workplace, so MATLAB stores the value m equals to 3. Close it. Now, what is the purpose for this semicolon here? What if I don't give a semicolon? Let's see. So MATLAB executes that right away. So if you want to hold or pause your command, so you can actually have this semicolon after your command. Now let's define n equals to 2. So I have defined another variable, and I also assigned a value 2 here. So now I just simply do m plus n. So this is addition, and I'd like to execute it here right away, which is 5. Next, m minus n, 1. Next, m multiplication, and just use your keyboard multiplication sign and hit enter. And similarly use the keyboard sign divide. So this is the division. So these are just very simple operations. You can do more, like if you want to generate random numbers in Matlab, so you can also do that. I would like to generate 10 random numbers, and I would like to store all the numbers in a different parameter. Let's define the parameter a. So a equals to, so Matlab understands the command random number as our rand. So this is the short form of random number in Matlab. So if you want to execute that command, you have to write rand, R-A-N-D, and then how many numbers you would like to generate. So I like to generate 10 numbers. So just mention 10, and it is your choice whether you like the numbers in a single row, or if you want the numbers in different rows, you can do it. So how we do it, just put a comma, and I just want a single column actually, so that's why I am mentioning here 1. So I'll just hit enter, and let's see how it looks like. So hit enter, and you see I have here the 10 random numbers which is generated here. Now I would like to do some further operations on these numbers. Let's say I would like to get the mean value of this set. So just type mean bracket, inside the bracket a. So it will determine the mean value for this 10 random numbers. So this is my mean value. And from the workplace, you see every time you execute a command, so the answer is saved here, and which is the current one. If you do another operations, so the answer will be changed. It is always the current result. So what if I want to execute median value? So just type median, a, hit enter. So this is the median, and as you can see, the answer is updated. So now I'd like to determine the standard deviations of this data. So the standard deviation in Matlab, the command is std, then first bracket, and put a. So this is the standard deviations. Now there are a lot of commands, and you can just play around. Let's say I want to find a square root, so which is sqrt. Square root is, sorry, it should be sqrt, a square root of 9, so which is 3. So you'll get familiar with this all commands. Some are in short form like this, some are in just the word says mean or median. So it's very convenient. If you have any questions, or if you have some confusions. There is always a help section here, and MATLAB has a very resourceful tutorials, documentation. So in case if you find any trouble, just click on the documentations and just type, I mean, like, what is your trouble, which command you like to find. So you'll get a lot of information from this help section. In this command window, we can do more operations. Like if you want to execute some trigonometric functions like sine or cosine, you can do it easily. Like I want to get the value, uh, say b equals to sine 0. So sine 0 is 0, or c equals to cosine 0. Cosine 0 is 1. Now you see here, my command window is pretty messed up, and I do not need all these commands here. I'd like to clear everything. So MATLAB has a dedicated expressions statement, so you can execute right away. So what I want right now, I want to clear everything from my window. I want to clear the workplace. So what I'll do, I will write clear all. So you see my workplace is now clear. Now I'd like to erase everything. So CLC, CLC means clear screen, it's the short form. Hit enter. So let's do some matrix operations. First define a matrix, 3 by 3 matrix, 3 column and 3 row. So A equals to that bracket 1 2 3. So if you give a space, that means it is generating a column. Now for the row, just use semicolon. So that means there will be another row, 4 space 5 space 6, then semicolon, third row, 7 8 and 9, and hit enter. So you see I have my 3 by 3 matrix. Now let's create another matrix, B equals to, let's say I just want to get a transpose of matrix A. So to do that, so the transpose command is prime from your MATLAB keyboard, and hit enter. So this is the transpose of A, which is just changing row and columns. Now I'd like to show some basic operations on matrix, like I want to multiply A with B, which will be another matrix. Let's say C equals to A times B, and the new matrix is C here. Now here one important thing, this might seem like array and matrix are similar, but in MATLAB, I mean, they are not. Matrix always follow linear algebra, but array doesn't. For example, in this multiplications between A and B, so this follows the linear algebra rule. But in case of array, let's say A and B are two arrays and I want to do a multiplication element wise. Like I want to multiply 1 with 1, then 2 with 4, then 3 with 7. So in that case, so what we should do, c equals to a into b, just put a dot before the multiplication sign and hit enter. So you see now this multiplication is element wise, 1 with 1, 2 with 4, that means 8. So it goes on like that. We can do more on this matrix operations, like if you would like to evaluate the eigenvalues of the our new matrix C. So we can just simply type EIG, which refers eigenvalue, then bracket C, and hit enter. So these are the eigenvalues for the matrix. If you'd like to do programming, some coding in Matlab, so there is a separate file, we call it Mfile. So you have to create a new Mfile where we can create functions, write complex programs. So there's a lot of options we can do that. So first, how we can generate an Mfile. So you see here the new script. So it will generate a new M file. So just create here and you see the editor. So this is actually a separate window apart from this command line where we can do some dedicated operations. So for now I would like to show you some logical operations in MATLAB. Similar to like C++ programming, every language has for loop, while loop, if else. So in MATLAB, they are actually similar, but the expression style is a little bit different, which we will get accustomed. So let's say I would like to execute for loop. So say for a, just any arbitrary parameters, a equals to 10 colon, that means 10 to 20. This colon refers to uh, the value from 10 until 20. So for a equals to this, then I'd like to print all the values. So in MATLAB, the print is written like this: f print f. So I like to print what? I like to print a. So first bracket, then single comma, then write display value of a, and to display that in MATLAB you have to insert this percentage, and you need to remember that percentage d, and I'll have 10 values for this for loop. So, and I like to see in a separate lines the output. So you can use the black backslash here, and so your result will be displayed in a separate line, and then comma. So this is the string or alphabets which will be displayed in the command prompt, and here is our a, which contains the numerical value. So, and I like to end this loop, just end. So you see here, it's a very simple for loop operations. What we want actually, we want to execute the values from a equals to 10 to a equals to 20, and like to print it, see the results, and end. So this is our first M file as MATLAB scripting we have done, and we'd like to save this and execute the file through Matlab command prompt. So here is the save option. You see, click save, and let's name it example1. Save. Now close this here, and this is our command window. I'd like to execute this Mfile, so I'll just type the name ex1 and hit enter, and you see the values are there. Display value of 10, 11, 12, 13, so until 20. So this is a simple for loop operations using Matlab scripting. We can also use this a script for creating a function. Let's do another example. Let's create another Matlab script. We like to create a function that can determine sinusoidal value of x. So to create any function, you have to simply type function. So function, so what is our output? Let's say the output is a, then equals to, and we have to give the name of the function. Let's say put any name and give brackets. In this brackets we will have the input parameters. So the input parameters, let's say x. So this is the heading of the function. Now what we want to do, we want to just evaluate sine x. So a equals to sine x, and we just want to end this function. So this is our very first function, any name, that determines sinusoidal value of x. X is our input, it could be any numbers, and this function determines the sign of that numbers. Now we like to save this. So there is one thing you need to be very careful. So you see Matlab automatically choose the file name any name. So whenever you are trying to save any function, make sure you save it with the function name, not any other name. Otherwise there will be error. So just save it. And there is also another important thing I'd like to mention. Whenever you are doing any operations in Matlab, always make sure your folder is the current one. Like here you see I have the directory, and my directory is the Matlab folder here, and where I'm saving our M files here. So if we want to execute the files, so this folder have to be here actually current. Otherwise Matlab won't understand that command, and there will be error. Now what we want to do, just close this and clear this screen. We'd like to execute any name, and first bracket, inside the first bracket our input, let's say 1 to 10 values. So from 1 to 10 it will determine the sinusoidal values. Hit enter. So I'm actually calling the function any name from the command window. So you see here, so I have the output here from this function, very first function we have defined here. Now I'd like to show how we can actually plot these results. Like I would like to plot the function sine x. So you can do it in this command prompt, or you can use actually Matlab script files. First, I would like to show it here in the command window. So I would like to plot it with respect to time. So create another vector time t equals to, let's say the value is from 1 to 10 again. So here you see I have the time from 1 to 10, and I'd like to plot the value of t uh, with respect to the sine x. So just type plot, so Matlab understands this is a plot command, and first bracket. So inside the brackets, what I want to do, I want to make t as the horizontal axis and sine x the vertical axis. So I'd like to plot sine x with respect to time. So t is first, should be first, then comma, then my answer. So you see the answer actually stored these values. So I'd like to plot answer with respect to time and hit enter. So this is our sinusoidal curve. Now you can label the plot from the command window here. We can do more. We can also define the x-axis, y-axis, and we can also add title of the plot. So to do that, I will use the plot command again. So you see here all the commands are saved in this command window. So if you just write your initial word, let's say for plots pl, and use your arrow key from the keyboard, the up arrow key, so the command is here. Just click here and it is here. So it will save you some time in your work. So plot, then for x-axis x label. So I would like to define x-axis as time, then y-axis sine x, and I'd like to give a name for this plot, like title. So you see these are very easy to remember. For x-axis to generate just x level, y level, then title. So the title, let's say plot of sine function, and hit enter. Let's see the curve. So you see the title is here, the y level here, sine x level here. You can do a lot more. Like if you want to change the color, you can do it. Just go back to plot here, and after answer, just add a comma. Then Matlab has some shortcuts for the colors. So like I want to see it as a red color, so just R in this column, in these brackets, and hit enter. So the color of the plot is changed.